All right, folks, I am Tom Downey. You can follow me on Twitter at WhatGoingDowney. That is Harris Rubinstein. He's on Twitter at SportsDean. We'll talk a little bit now about the New York Knicks, mainly because they did make a move. They're going to be quiet this offseason, but they did sign somebody, namely Mario Hezonja, who comes over from the Orlando Magic. Worth noting, the Knicks' current GM was the Magic's GM, or at least involved in the decision-making when they took Mario.
I love this
Super Mario.
Good upside. I mean, he averaged 15 points per game per 36 minutes last year, which is a very good number for a guy like him. But he has been a pretty big disappointment so far in the NBA. He never really got going with the Magic. And I was a huge fan of Mario Hezonja, mainly because did you ever hear about the famous quote he had involving Lionel Messi? So someone said that so apparently when Mario Hezonja was coming into the draft, someone came up to him and said, hey, Lionel Messi wants you to come see him play. And Mario Hezonja's response was, ha, he can come see me play. To Lionel Messi. Mario Hezonja, 18 years old. This dude still has all the confidence in the world, and I think he's going to the perfect spot with the Knicks. He'll get a real chance to become a legitimate two-guard for them. And again, him plus David Fizdale, perfect fit. I love this a lot for the Knicks. This is a great low-risk, high-reward signing for the New York Knicks. No long-term, risk on it. One-year deal, low salary. I like it a lot.
All right, some more Knicks talk here, namely Trevor Booker. Not just the Knicks interested there. The Timberwolves, the San Antonio Spurs, the Pelicans, the Jazz, the Houston Rockets have all shown interest in Booker. I don't think the Knicks make much sense now because they've signed Mario. Where do you think Booker could end up?
I disagree. I still think he does end up looking at the Knicks. Simply because, look, we've reported a couple of weeks ago.
One-year deal, I would assume.
For of course. We do shorts here for different teams with their rumors, Lakers, Knicks, Mavs, Celtics, depending on what the news revolves around. The last time we did a Knicks one, they're interested in a power forward. Trevor Booker would be a perfect selection for a cheap power forward to start for.
And I think Booker is a perfect third or fourth backup big man. And you're not going to pay him a premium. He's going to be a reliable effort, defense, rebounding guy. He's not going to be a 20-point guy, but that's not what you're paying him to be.
And remember, Kristaps Porzingis is not going to be back until December. So you need someone to play at the 4 until then. The plan right now, the hope, is that you get Trey Burke at the 1, Frankie Smokes at the 2, Tim Hardaway Jr. at the 3, along with Kevin Knox, and then you have Kristaps Porzingis and Enes Kanter manning the 4 and the 5, and you can kind of mix those around. But they want Kevin Knox to end up starting for this team, so I think their starting lineup is going to be in flux, but they need someone to put at that power forward spot while Kristaps comes back. And no, the answer is not Kevin Knox. I don't think he has the physicality on offense or defense to man the power forward spot. But the Knicks aren't going to make the playoffs next year anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
All right, speaking of big men here, Kyle O'Quinn sounds like he will not be back. There's been some heavy connection between the Sixers and O'Quinn. Well, I think he can get a little bit more money elsewhere and play for a better basketball team.
This would be
no offense, Knicks fans.
It'd be perfect. You said the 76ers. What about the Warriors? Wouldn't the Warriors be the perfect fit for Kyle O'Quinn? Defense, rebounding, a little bit of scoring off the bench. That's exactly what they need. I think Kyle O'Quinn would be a great option for any team out there looking for a veteran center, and there are a lot of them. Teams are always looking for big men.
All right, so O'Quinn doesn't sound like he'll be back with the New York Knicks. One more note here on the Knicks. Seems like Michael Beasley also gone. At least that's the report from the New York Post. Where do you think he ends up, Harris?
Atlanta. Because I think he wants to go home. I think Atlanta has some mutual interest in him as well. A team just needs scoring. I think he's going to be on one-year deals for the rest of his career. It was good to see this year that when put in a primetime scoring spot, he was able to get something done. 13 points per game for Michael Beasley is probably as good as you're going to get. And if you're the Hawks, sign the guy to a one-year deal, maybe mentors John Collins and help him create an actual jump shot. I think it'd be a good call.
All right, that's the update on Michael Beasley. Sounds like he will not be back with the New York Knicks this season.